I guess I would ask you, what is $7.25 an hour? That is what in an annual term? Do you know off the top of your head?
Oh.
It's not a math question.
Yeah,
so I'm just trying to get a sense of it. So it's about $15,000 a year.
Yeah.
So I guess I just want to ask you, do you think that there is a state in this country where someone can live comfortably on their own for $15,000 a year?
Well, I don't know if there is.
You don't know? You actually think there's somewhere that a worker should have to get by making only $15,000 a year? It's not 1980 anymore, Congresswoman. Another issue that came up, Trump's executive order voiding federal public union labor contracts that were agreed to before he took office, what Trump referred to as lame duck contracts. Chavez-DeRemer was asked, since there is no law that allows for contracts to be voided or declared lame duck agreements, would she ensure that those contracts are enforced? Again, she was non-committal and said she'd need to speak to a lawyer.
President Trump has canceled what he has called as lame duck collective bargaining agreements. And I want to ask you whether what statute there is that you believe would give the president the authority to cancel or void approved union contracts certified during a lame duck.
I'm not familiar, and I cannot weigh in on any specific statute that you're asking me about.
But again, if it is the case, and it is, that there is no statute that allows you to set aside a collective bargaining agreement, there's no time limit, would you enforce that collective bargaining agreement pursuant to the law?
Again, Senator, being not familiar specifically, I would certainly want to, discuss this with the solicitors at the Department of Labor.
Later in the hearing, Chavez-DeRemer was asked about notorious labor abuser Elon Musk's Doge team rooting around sensitive data at the Labor Department, including information related to Musk's company's own labor abuses and his competitors. She was asked to commit to not letting these intrusions and conflicts of interest happen under her watch, and again, she refused.
This is an individual who owns companies that have existing investigations. Mm-hmm. He has a direct interest in getting information about the seriousness of those investigations. He has interest in getting information about investigations against his competitors. It seems like a pretty simple commitment to make to say, I am not going to give any private company exclusive access to information about open investigations against them or their competitors. I mean, why can't you just make that commitment to us?
Well, again, the president has the executive power to exercise it as he sees fit. I am not the president of the United States. I work for the president of the United States if confirmed, and I will serve at the pleasure of the president.
Interesting answer on that one. She didn't need to consult a lawyer before testifying that Trump has the right to appoint people like Musk to destroy the Labor Department. Nor did she need a lawyer when she endorsed Trump's illegal firing of NLRB Chair Gwen Wilcox, which has rendered the Labor Board short of a quorum and unable to do its work.
Do you believe that the firing of Ms. Wilcox was illegal? Which I do.
President Trump has a right to exercise his executive power.
Chavez-DeRemer may not be a billionaire, but she'll certainly be welcomed in Trump's cabinet of billionaires. So to recap, Chavez-DeRemer no longer supports the PRO Act and in fact vowed to protect anti-union right-to-work states. She said she'd need to consult a lawyer on whether or not agreed upon federal public union contracts can just be voided by the president. She sees no problem with Elon Musk's war on federal workers and conflicts of interests, and she thinks the president can destroy the independent National Labor Relations Board. Oh, and she thinks that someone can survive on making just $15,000 a year somewhere. So why the fuck should working people support this nomination? Please direct that question to Teamsters President Sean O'Brien. Thank you. Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any of our new videos. Also, if you want to see Means Morning News in its complete form, not just the clips we post here, head on over to Means TV and get access to all our new episodes and our entire backlog, plus tons of other great movies and original TV shows.